Hold on, Queens. I've got a message for you. This is the legal stuff. You know, the stuff the lawyers say I must tell you. So remember, this broadcast is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes. I am just your friend. I am not a licensed therapist, and this broadcast is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. Got it? Great. Okay, what about now, ladies? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Good, good. Okay. Well, let me thank you again. Thank you so very much, ladies, for joining me for our final episode our final episode in the Women's Empowerment Month series of Let's Talk. I am so honored again that you would take time out of your busy schedules to join us. So, thank you, Gloria, and thank you for letting us know that we lost sound there for a second. Thank you to, let's see who else we have on. Vicky Lockett, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. First, let's take care of some housekeeping. Don't forget, we are giving away 3 prizes during tonight's show. Okay? First, we're going to give away a $25 Amazon gift card, a wonderful book entitled I Hope You Fail by Pinky Cole. She is the founder of the wildly successful restaurant chain Slutty Vegan. This book will take you back to your moments that seemed hopeless to you, that when then you discovered with possibility they really weren't. And last but not least, we will have a beautiful canvas tote bag. Remember, you must be present to win. Okay. However, in order for your name to be entered into the drawing, you must give StreamYard permission to see your Facebook name. You do this by going to StreamYard.com/Facebook. The page will look like this. Okay? Then all you have to do is click the blue link. It's that simple. Again, this allows you to enter the drawing. You must do that, okay? Secondly, I am so excited about our sold out Nashville party bus trip. As always, we are going to have a ball. All right. And even though the party buses are sold out, you can still drive and meet us there. There is no cost for those that are meeting us there, except for your gas and the parking. Okay. Because I had some people to ask, if I drive there, do I still have to pay? No, because you will be driving your own car. So all you have to pay is your gas and parking. All right. Also, don't forget, you can be the winner of a free ticket to Nashville plus a tote and a tee. All you have to do is go to the post, like and comment, pick me, and invite 5 positive queens. It's that simple. All right. Thirdly, yes, you can still purchase Sister Queen gear. This includes our t-shirts, our sweatshirts, our tumblers, our bracelets, and our totes. I repost the information and I will most definitely post that again. And lastly, to the nearly 400 sister queens who have joined our movement of positivity. I want to express my deepest gratitude for your incredible support and dedication. Your presence brings so much light and joy to our community, and your commitment to spreading positivity is truly inspiring. Together, we are creating a powerful ripple effect of kindness and empowerment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being an integral part of this journey towards a better, more uplifting world. All right, now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's get started. Tonight, for our final show in our Women's Empowerment Month series, it is my distinct honor to introduce to you Leah Wiggins. Leah is a dedicated insurance professional with Farmers Insurance, committed to providing exceptional service and support to her clients. With a background in customer care and a passion for making a difference, Leah brings a unique blend of expertise and empathy to her role. As an agency owner with Farmers Insurance, Leah works tirelessly to help her clients promote what matters most to them, whether it's their home, their vehicle, or their livelihood. With a keen eye for detail and a knack for finding the right coverage solutions, she ensures that each client receives personalized care and comprehensive protection tailored to their individual needs. Beyond her work in insurance, Leah is deeply involved in her community, volunteering her time and resources to support local initiatives and charitable causes. She believes in the power of giving back and strives to make a positive impact wherever she goes. With a genuine dedication to serving others and a commitment to excellence in everything she does, Leah Wiggins is more than just an agency owner. She's a trusted advisor and a valued member of the community, helping individuals and families safeguard their futures and achieve peace of mind. Join us, Sister Queens, in extending a warm welcome to Leah Wiggins as she joins Let's Talk. Hello, hello, my booski. Hello.
Hello and good evening. So glad to be here tonight. Thank
If
you for
you
having
are
me.
just joining us, I want to welcome you, ladies, to our final episode again in our Women's Empowerment Month series with our special guest, like I said, Leah Wiggins, who's also my booski. We were just saying, like, how did I get that name? I'm like, I don't know. I just gave it to you and it stuck. So
Yes,
I
my
just been saying
booski.
it all this time.
Yes.
And we don't even know where it came from. But welcome again, Queen Leah. We are so honored to have you as a guest on Let's Talk. Ladies, let's show Leah some love with some hearts. Yay! Let's show Leah some love. Welcome, Leah. Welcome, Leah. Hearts up, hearts up.
Thank
Ladies,
you.
once again, like I told you before, I have invited some incredible guests this month. And Leah, just like the others, agreed to be a part of this Women's Empowerment Month series without hesitation. And for that, Leah, I am just so, so, so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No, thank you. I count it a pleasure to be here. Stephanie, you are amazing. You are a woman that I have looked at from afar, and now we are good friends. And I'm so excited to be here today because your positivity movement is one that is needed. It does empower us. It has been a blessing to me. And I want to give you your kudos tonight. And so,
Thank
everyone, let's
you.
give Stephanie a round of applause for even having this platform and getting women together. You said over 4,000 people, women.
4,400 to date. Yes,
Wow, that's a lot.
yes,
A lot of women
yes,
to impact.
yes,
So
it
thank you
is.
for what you do.
Thank you. And the fact that we have absolutely, positively no drama. Not accepted, won't be tolerated. So I just thank you, ladies, for that. Most of all, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to jump right into it, Leah. Okay. First question. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background in the insurance and financial service industry?
Yes, thank you so much. So, I have been in the insurance industry and financial services agent industry for about 15 years. I started a scratch agency about 15 years ago, and actually, this month is my anniversary. And we started it out of a passion for making sure that people's futures were protected and people planning for the future. As a woman owner, a mother, as a wife, as a sister, as a daughter. It's been very important to make sure that my future and the future of my family members is planned for because things happen. Some of those
Yes.
are not planned. And protecting the things that I have has been very important. And then building for the future has been very important. So I started this scratch agency 15 years ago. I'm in my 20th year as an entrepreneur. I started,
Wow.
yeah, so this is my 20th year. I started my company, eVision LLC, which was and is a publishing um, arm of my business. I started that 20 years ago. And a few years later, I started this, all born out of a desire to be able to be there for my family, wanting flexibility as a mother, having three children at the time. At one time, they were all, I think when I started this, they were all like three under 4 years old. And so
Mm.
working in corporate America was not something that I had a desire to continue to do, although I had been very successful there, but I did want that flexibility. So my background has been in empowering families and also empowering my own family and building a legacy for them.
Wow, that is so amazing, Leah. And you are doing a magnificent job talking about admiring someone from afar. I've always, and I was just telling you, it's like when I first met you, it was like I just really, really like her. She is just wonderful and amazing and just doing great things. So, for all of that, like you said, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're a grandmother, you have so many hats, and I'm just so proud of you and what you've been able to accomplish in these past 20 years. Thank you, Leah. Okay, can you explain the importance of various types of insurance in financial planning?
So yeah, there are a lot of different things, and I'm just going to drop just a few nuggets first before I go into some type of services that we offer in our agency. All of you women who are here tonight listening to this, do you know that about a third or 33% of all the women that we know have yet to start to plan for their retirement?
Oh, wow.
Did you know that the average age that a woman outlives a man is about 6 years? And two times as many women lack life insurance. So for every man that you know that may not have his ducks in a row and have things in order, two times that of women don't have theirs in order. And we're likely the leaders in our home. We're likely leaders in our organizations, and so
Mm-hmm.
people depend on us. So it's very important as women that we plan for the future and we take the initiative for that. Okay, as long as you have an insurable interest in that which you are insuring, then you have a right to insure it, and be that your husband, your child's father, your
Mm.
other children, your nieces or nephews that you're caring for. All these people that we impact as women, we need to make sure that we have things in place so that we're not even further in debt, or we're not even further not planning have our planning in order. So that's very important. So those staggering numbers and statistics are things that kind of drive us as leaders and as women to make sure that we have our families and our households and also our businesses in order.
Leah, you just really spoke some knowledge and dropped some gems right there. That is absolutely staggering. I would have never thought those numbers were as high as you just stated. So that was amazing to find out because it was like you and I were just discussing previously. I would think like at a certain age, you would automatically think that. people are prepared, but like you said, you don't know what's going on in someone's lives at the time, or why they wouldn't have those things in place. But I would have never thought that the numbers were that. So that was absolutely amazing to find out. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I have a question to our queens. With us knowing the importance of life insurance and family planning, by show of hands, how many of us ladies actually have life insurance and have started our retirement plan? So let's just show in the comments by hands how many of us have life insurance and how many of us have started our retirement plans, because it is so important. Like she said, as far as us ladies, I mean, we are the backbone. I mean, our husbands are the kings. For those of us that are, that are married, our husbands are the kings, and they are, the head. But us ladies, we're like the backbone. So we have to make sure that all this is taken care of. So yes, Adrian, I see Miss Betty, Tanika, Renee, Felicia or Felice,
That's great.
Jackie, Jennifer. Yes, absolutely. We have to have life insurance, because I don't mind saying, I was just sharing with Leah, my brother passed, but my brother didn't have life insurance, and it leaves the family scrambling, like, okay, now what do we do, and where certain alternative measurements may not have been there what they wanted, but you're left with that when you don't have life insurance. Okay, so life insurance is so, 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 so important. So that takes me to our next question, Leah. How does insurance fit into a comprehensive financial plan?
Yes. So take it, we got a plate here, and on our plate we have different sections of our plate. So insurance is just a piece of that, and so we're always seeking to talk with people about ways to diversify, or to make sure our plate has the different colors. You don't want all brown meal, you don't want all carbs on it. So this is just one piece of it. Insurance protects what you already have. It
Mm-hmm.
allows you to go ahead and build wealth, but you need to consider also investments. You need to consider savings. You need to consider liability coverage. There are a lot of different pieces to this. Maybe there is an annuity. Maybe there's a piece where you just kind of keep a cash flow. It's nothing wrong with having cash, and
Mm-hmm.
nothing even more wrong with having cash up under your mattress, whatever you want to do. But it's also important to have various other buckets to make sure that you are not left empty if something happens. So insurance is just one part of that. And so what I like to know is, when I talk with my clients, is, and the reason I'm also a property and casualty license, as well as licensed with what they call Series 6 and 63, to share with you about ways to invest and save, is sometimes people are not comfortable talking about everything. And I
Mm.
like to have those conversations within my community, because I serve a good bit of our community, and
Mm-hmm.
they may not go to anyone else. But if they come in my office, if they speak to me, every year that we're having our review, we're going to talk about another piece of that plate, another piece of that diversification, to help you build your whole portfolio. Because we're not exclusive just to insurance, but we're talking about some financial services, some other things that can help you build wealth. You're going to take a look. Oh, you got the slide on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Take a look in the mirror. Where are you now? Actually, start with, what are your goals? What do you want to have in the future?
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to protect what you already have, and then you want to go ahead and plan and create the wealth with the other tools that you don't have. Discipline, I say, is essential, but regardless. If you don't have discipline and you may have fallen in some area, you can always get back up. That's the great thing and the beauty about this. Today is the best day to get started. And we can't, lagger in the past about what it was and what things were and what I didn't do. Let's just start today, and we try to have that conversation.
That is good. And I like on your slide where you says discipline is essential. It really, really is. And we had one, I think it was Gloria. If we can pay, and I'm not telling anyone how to spend their coins, but if we can pay 200, 300 for a cell phone, we definitely can pay. We can get term life insurance. We can start setting our goals. We can start creating the wealth and protecting the wealth. And like you said, taking a look in the mirror. So I think we all do and make time and spend the money and have the energy for what we really really want, and this is not only what we want, it's what we need. So
Yeah.
I Leah, that was great, and I love that discipline is essential. So I have another question for you ladies. Do you, because Leah was talking about when she's sitting down with you and helping you set your goals to create this wealth, do you encourage your adult children, for those of us that have adult children, to make sure they have the life insurance and they're creating the wealth and have whatever insurances that they need for themselves and their children? Because I try to do that for my children as well, not just for myself and my husband, but also for my children, because we're trying to, remember, create generational wealth
Yes.
where it's not just us that have, but also our children and our grandchildren. So, by show of hands, ladies, do you also encourage your adult children to make sure they have life insurance and insurance on their children? Because all of this, ladies, is just so, 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 so important. So, Lasanta, I see you do. Lasanta, I hope I'm saying that right. Lasanta, I see you do. Miss Betty, Elaine, Adrian, Tamika. Absolutely. We absolutely have to do this, ladies. We do, because it's not for just ourselves, but also for our children and grandchildren as well. But, ladies, you know what that sound means, ladies? It's time for a giveaway. It's time for a giveaway. All right, lady. Our first giveaway is going to be our $25 gift card. Woo! So remember, it's our $25 Amazon gift card, and you have to be present to win, ladies. So if you've dropped off and I call your name, I'm going to drop your Amazon to someone else. All right. Okay, ladies. So, in order for you to win, I want you to comment hashtag Leah, hashtag LEAH, hashtag Leah, hashtag Leah. Let's get those hashtag Leahs in, ladies. Hashtag Leah for that $25 Amazon gift card. I'm going to give you a few minutes to get those hashtags in, lady, so that we can go ahead and see who our winners are going to be. Thank you, Lazanta. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Vicky Gary. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Paula. How are you? Thank you, Elaine. Hey, Tamika. Hi, Anita. Thank you. Thank you, Ruby. All right, let's get those hashtag Leahs in. Thank you, Deidre. Okay, ladies, we're about to spin the wheel to see who the winner is. We're ready. And the winner is Fatina Crab, all the way from Maryland.
Ah,
Congratulations, Fatina. Congratulations. And that happens to be my cousin. Thank you, Tina Ray, for joining us all the way from Maryland. And congratulations on winning your $25 Amazon gift card. Okay. All right. Now, Leah, moving on to the next question. What services do financial professionals offer beyond insurance? And you may have covered a little bit of that, but if you could cover that a little further, what other financial profession? I mean, what do you offer outside of insurance?
so there are a range of services that one who is licensed can do. So not all insurance agents I must say, are created equal.
Mhm.
Some have additional licenses in which they can provide the options for things like the mutual funds, and you have them on the slide as well. Mutual funds, some investment strategy, and some investment products. Mutual funds, some variable annuities, index annuities are things that are offered as well, but some traditional and Roth IRAs that are in the markets. We do some college saving plans for some of our clients into some of the markets, but anything that goes into the markets that could increase your return rather than from a fixed percentage or a fixed amount, then those in the market are the things that we offer. So we have a list of those on there. So all types of insurances that you can put in the market as well. They're known as variable, universal life. And so a lot of those things are offered based on your risk tolerance. So not every person will want this thing, but some people are open to risk. They have time that they can be in the market and that they can recoup from the market if they happen to need to recoup. So
Mhm.
um, that's what we always say, time in the market is the best thing, not just time in it. But these are the financial services that we offer. In fact, in my agency, my team and I are able to offer more than 50 types of services to our clients. And so it's not just your personal lines on your home and your auto and your condo and your flood insurance, but it's also those things to protect your business. The liability coverage, the workers' compensation that we offer, then the financial services. And so my team, which is one of the things I'm so glad I'm able to do. We've been in business for this time, and we have a team of people who are licensed. Some focus more on the property and casualty and commercial, and I am licensed, of course, to focus on those financial services in the life insurance with my clients. So um, we work based on your desire, and as I mentioned earlier, we're always sharing ways that we can help you, and it takes some people time and maybe years. And so, fortunately, we have had the opportunity to see people come back and take advantage of some of these things in the future.
Oh, wow. That is a lot. And now, ladies, I know that was a lot. So we're going to let Leah further down tell us how you can get in touch with her and she can explain those things that we may know about but need further information, and those things that we may not have heard of and just want to get information about. Because, again, all of this is so important to our future and the future of our families and our children and our grandchildren. So, and this is why definitely wanted to wrap up our Women's Empowerment Month with financial information, because we need it. Again, I was a little naive in thinking that a lot of us new when there are things that even me myself I don't know about, and then there are others that don't know a lot. I don't know about a lot of this, so this is a great opportunity for us to get information on this and ask any questions. So, ladies, what questions do you have for Leah about this? Let's get those questions out there as well, because we want to make sure we ask Leah while we have her, because, again, this is some really, really good information. So whatever questions you have, ladies, put those questions in the comments, and we'll definitely try to cover as many of them as we can, because we want to make sure when you leave here that you are knowledgeable in areas that you may not know a lot about, and even more knowledgeable on areas that you do know a little about. So,
Hey,
all
Stephanie,
right. Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say that you made a very valid point when you said earlier about sharing this with our children, because I think it's important for us to carry the torch, uh, that we don't rely on other people to make sure that we have the knowledge about finances, that we as parents and as siblings, as sisters, as friends, as business owners, that we share the knowledge. And the other point is, it's okay to start again. And so
Yes.
I always want to say that that's empowering. Just wake up and you have another day. You have another opportunity to get it right.
Leah, that is so. And then we also know we also know we have members of our families that do not have the proper insurance, or either they don't have the proper insurance or they don't have enough insurance. So when we get this information, you would be surprised the minimal amount of money that it would take to insure them, because just say if it's a young person and getting life insurance, and it's so, especially if it's term life insurance, it's not that expensive. So we may want to do that ourselves just to make sure that our family members are covered in the event of something happening, because you're never too young and we just never know when that time may be. So, just to make sure we have our families covered is an amazing thing to do. And Leah can definitely talk to us and help us in doing that. Okay, let me see if I have any questions. If not, oh, here's one, Leah. I think this is a good one. Is term life insurance better than whole life insurance?
I say maybe not, and maybe so. It just depends on the
Mm-hmm.
individual. And so I'm glad you put the family units up there because it's going to depend on what your situation is and what your goals are. And if you are a parent and have school age children, then term insurance might be good for you because you can get higher limits if you're younger for less expensive. But if you're wanting to plan for the future, you may need a whole life because regardless of how we all are today, at some point we will pass and we will need insurance. So there's a need for a whole life, and there are living benefits with a lot of insurance now, life insurance. So you don't have to wait until someone dies always to take advantage of that benefit. So it depends. It does not matter. The most important insurance to have, and I tell y'all this, and I'm not avoiding the answer, is
Mm-hmm.
the one that is in force. You already mentioned that when the person dies, you already mentioned that you had to care for or take care, and your family members had to take care of the needs of your brother. I
Mm-hmm.
had to do that for very close family members as well, and they didn't have insurance in force. These were mature people who we were professionals who should have had insurance. So the most important type of life insurance is the one that is in force at the time of death. So it would depend whether or not your particular situation warrants it, whether or not term is important, or a whole life or permanent life insurance. In fact, I actually have both on most of my family members. So
Mm-hmm.
I see a benefit, and at different times they benefited a different situation. So it depends.
Leah, I love that answer. I like how you put that. It's the insurance that you have in force. I love that. Love that. Have something, absolutely have something. We have another question. She said she was offering, wondering the same thing, which is better. And we have another user that's saying, what's the difference between term and whole life?
Okay. Yes. So a term policy is just that, it's for a specific term. It can be 10 years, it can be 20 years, or 30 years. And a permanent life or whole life policy is one that is in force for life. It usually has a specific amount of a premium that will last for a certain amount of time throughout your life. It doesn't require additional underwriting or additional exams when you have a whole life policy because it is enforced for life. Term, after the end of that 10-year, 20-year, or 30-year, you'd likely would have to term or have a new exam, or you could renew it, but usually at a higher rate because at that point you have aged
Mm-hmm.
and you likely have had changes in your health status.
That's a great point right there, Leah. When you get the term for 10 or 20 or 30, you think that it's going to be the same price, for the rest of your life when, like you said, once it expires, then just say 30 years from now, you're 30 years older. More than likely with some, your health has changed. So that does increase. It will cause it to increase when you go to get that reinforced. So I love how you said that. That was good. Okay, we have another question, And this is from Gloria. Can I start with term, then convert to whole life?
Hi, Gloria. Yes, you can start with the term and convert to a whole life. Typically, what happens, there is an option to convert the policy before the term ends, and you can take that up to the amount of the face amount for that term, and you can convert it based on the status of your health at that time. So it's important to see if you have a term policy and that it is convertible. But more than likely, there are options to convert it to a whole life. But again, at the age in which you convert it, again, you're older. But
Mhm.
maybe your budget has changed at that time, and maybe you can afford it a little bit more than you could at the beginning. That's why we kind of like to do a review and kind of do a plan for the future at whatever age you're ready, and just take a little bit more adjustments to your budget, because regardless, it's not going to be any more expensive than it, excuse me, won't be any lower than it is today, but it may be a little bit more expensive if you wait.
That's a good point. We have another question from Jennifer Albero. Hi, my V2. For those of us, not us, me, but her, hey, for those of you all that are in your 40s, which insurance is best to get? The term, whole, or universal? Good question, Jennifer.
So, Jennifer, the same answer applies. It will depend on your situation. What are you trying to achieve? Do you need term insurance for a specific time period? Is there a mortgage? A mortgage maybe that you're trying to cover, that in the event that something happens to you, um, within the 30-year period or 20-year period in which you have that mortgage, you want to cover that time? Or are you looking to leave an inheritance to your children or to some member of your family that will warrant you to have a permanent life or whole life policy? Are you looking for a flexible premium with that universal, whereby you can uh, have a minimum premium that you pay, but you want to put a little bit more for times when you're maybe you could spend a little bit more? That will all depend on you. That will all
Okay.
depend on what your goals are. That will all depend on your goal. But I kind of alluded to some situations in which you would have a term or whole or universal, but that will be clearly determined by your own specific situation and your budget.
So after the 10, 20, or 30, Leah, when it's time to renew, are you starting all over? You starting the policy all over?
It depends on the policy. Some of them if you started a new term policy, you would have to start yes for that. And some of them are renewable. It's renewable for another 10 or 20 years. As you age, the length in which you can get a term policy does shrink. So if you're 60 years old or
Mhm.
65 years old, you likely won't be able to get any more than a 10 or 20-year term. However, the younger you are, you can renew that term for a longer term period. Regardless, it's going to be at your new age. That's what's going to be the assessment for determining the amount of the premium.
Oh, wow. That is so good to know. All right. One other question. She said, this is Elaine. She said, this may be a silly question. No, I'm sorry, Nicole. This may be a silly question. Does the insurance company reach out to the beneficiary after a loved one passes, or is it up to the beneficiary to contact the insurance company? Good question, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. That is a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, no, they won't reach out to you, first of all, because they won't know that anyone has died, generally speaking. So that's why it's important that whoever you have your insurance with, we, as my agency, we talk to our clients every year to kind of see if anything has changed, if you need to change your beneficiaries and that sort of thing. So we kind of know some things that's happening in your life. But if you're with a company, generally speaking, they have no idea about your situation. And so you're going to have to find this policy wherever it is, or this company, and let them know. You got to provide that information that they need, like a death certificate, and that you're the owner of the policy. Or that you're the beneficiary of it. So typically the owner will let you know that they have a policy on which you are a beneficiary, but some folks don't tell you that. They'll just leave
Mm-hmm.
it for you, and you'll just have to see, am I a beneficiary? Is there something that's unclaimed somewhere at the state of Alabama, whatever state you're in? So to answer your question, Nicole, no.
Okay. You got that, ladies? And we'll come back to some of your questions. But right now, It's time for a giveaway. Hey, it's time for a giveaway. Hey. All right, ladies. Our next giveaway is a book by Pinky Cole. And for those of you that don't know Pinky Cole, she is the owner, again, of the wildly popular Slutty Vegan. And she just came out with a new book. So it's called or entitled, I Hope You Fail. So this is a good book. I must say, I've only seen the reviews and read a little bit of the excerpts, and I hadn't actually read this book, but it is getting rave reviews. So, and she is an awesome entrepreneur. So, ladies, this is a good book. Go out and grab it up. From what I see, is again, it's getting rave reviews. So, ladies, let's put in hashtag Leah in order to be eligible to enter for the I Hope You Fail book by Pinky Cole. So I'm going to give you, ladies, for those of us that hadn't put hashtag Leah in, to go ahead and put that in. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Fatina, even though you've already won, so you can't win again. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Felice. Thank you, Betty. Hashtag Leah. Hashtag Leah. Hashtag Leah, ladies. Hi, Kay. Thanks for watching. Hi, Monica Jones. Curtis, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, Martha. Thanks for watching, Michelle. How are you, my love? Hi, Pashandra. Thanks for watching. Okay, ladies, and we're ready. Let's see who the winner of our book is. Okay. And the winner is Kalandra. Congratulations, Kalandra. Kalandra, do me a favor too. Send me your contact information because when we're mailing that off to you, I'll need everything, your entire name, address, and your telephone number. So don't forget, inbox me that information and we will make sure to get you your book. Congratulations again. Yes. Okay, we're going to go to our next question and then we're going to come back to some of your questions, ladies. All right, Leah, how can individuals adjust their insurance and financial plans to accommodate major life events like marriage, childbirth, job loss, etc.?
Yeah. So, as I was mentioning earlier, it's important that you talk with your financial professional or your insurance professional regularly
Mm.
because we won't know about those changes unless you tell us about it. And you can consider whether you need to add beneficiaries, change beneficiaries if you need to increase face amount on a policy, or if you need to raise limits, or if you need to take limits off, or you need to, I mean, all those things come from conversation and relationship. And so I'm a relationship type of person as it relates to my clients and people helping them. So we like to schedule a review every year. And sometimes we meet a couple of times a year to talk about those things. And so you can always make adjustments. And if your budget has changed, and I mentioned earlier about on a life policy how you could increase the premium if you feel like you need to accelerate maybe a cash amount into a policy that you have, or you can change it to make sure it's a little less if there have been challenges in your life. A lot of people have look at their budgets on a yearly basis and see where they are spending, like the lady was mentioning earlier, on cell phone, or maybe they changed their cell phone plan and now they're not spending as much, so they can allocate money elsewhere. So that comes from having a conversation with your agent or your financial professional, because we won't know unless you tell us. And so the whole goal of having that review or having that conversation is to help you. So, and there's always something that you can adjust in insurance.
That is really, really good to know, Leah, because again, they your insurance agent won't know unless you tell them. And I love what you said about building a relationship with your agent. Because if they're working with you, you should be able to call them and tell them this has happened and feel comfortable even speaking with your agent. That's why, I love the fact, Leah, that you said you talk to your agent yearly. And so do you send something out to them as a reminder, or how do you let them know it's time for us to revisit your plan and what you have so far?
So we send reminders.
Mhm.
We ask for a time to do a review. We also
Mhm.
call. We spend time setting up appointments, and so we like to set your time specifically. So a lot of times you say, well, you had an appointment at this time. Yes, every person needs their own dedicated time. So we like
Mhm.
to schedule time. So we call people on the phone, and we also send information to them. So we text. So we do a
Mhm.
lot of different things. Some people say, "No, I'm good," and then some people don't ever respond. So some people respond different ways. So we use all type of tools to reach out.
Let me ask you this, Leah. I know different people have different financial situations at different times.
Mhm.
So just say you're in a situation where you feel or you think, I just really can't afford life insurance anymore. What do you tell that person?
Again, I say any insurance that you have in place at the time of death is important. And again, people have to do what's best for them. You cannot force that on them, but we try to have triggers in the mind to let you realize maybe where you can readjust. We kind of talk through those things with you. Having the background family and knowing these type of things um, is important for me because I can relate to them on that because
Mhm.
things changed during COVID-19. There were adjustments for people who were not working, but then a lot of people got life insurance during COVID when they weren't working because
Mhm.
they saw the needs. So uh, I don't. There's always something you could do, whether it's a small amount, a face amount, or a large, and that you just have to have that conversation and just kind of see what works out for you because we don't want you to ever have something that you can't continue. But as I mentioned before, it's important to set priorities, and that's what we have to kind of help you engage on. What are your priorities?
I love that because and like how you just said that too. You may just say if you have 50,000, it's better to have 10 than none at all, So you may have to adjust what you're spending, but I would just wholeheartedly say if you can find it, and I can't speak for anyone again, their budget, but if you can find it in your budget, please, it is vitally important for you to have some type of insurance, not just for you, but for your families as well. Because I will honestly say a GoFundMe is not life insurance. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and it leaves a lot on your family. So, if you have to readjust still in some kind of way, if you can, just try to keep some kind of life insurance. So, with that question, how many of us, ladies, some comments, how many of us feel like we have enough life insurance for not only just for their homegoing or the burial, but to leave some generational wealth to our children or grandchildren? How many of us feel like we have enough life insurance? So, ladies, by a show of hands and some comments, let's see how many think we have enough. And while they're doing that, Leah, we have someone that says she's the best and her team is awesome and consistent.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, she's just a great human being. So I'm sure
It means so
I'm
much.
all
Thank
that
you. We try
with.
to. Try to be.
She is a great and all about her business. I love that about my Booski. She is all about the business.
Thank you, thank you. We've had great support, and I appreciate. I see some of my clients on who are part of this wonderful Sister Queens group, and
Yes.
appreciative.
Thank you,
Thank
ladies, for
you. Thank
joining
you.
us, joining our movement of positivity. Now, I have my V2, my cousin Jennifer, who's in Maryland. She wants to know, do you service those that may be out of town, Leah?
So we are licensed in the state of Alabama, and as long as we do our business in Alabama, we can help you.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So, but if she lives in Maryland, you can
If she's in
service
the
her.
state of Alabama
Uh-huh.
and she's here, then we can handle her. We can help
Oh, okay. Well, you'll be here in the end of April, V2.
her. Right. Long as we're in Alabama, we can service
Right,
her and we
long as
can
you
help
heard
her.
that, long as we're
Yes.
in Alabama.
And that's
Leah
for
and
life insurance and some of the financial services. You have to have a residence in Alabama if you do the financial services. But who's to say you don't have an investment property? You don't have a house that you need to have insured in Alabama. We're here because we do property and casualty as well as life insurance and financial services.
Yes. Gloria says Leah and her team is awesome. I had to reset, restart, and Leah was honest in sharing information with me in my challenges. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. That's good.
That's
And I
Gloria.
like how you said that reset and restart. And none of us know,
Right.
when we'll have to reset or restart. Because, baby, you can be in one situation on Monday and a totally different situation on Monday night. It doesn't even have to be Tuesday.
Right.
So, we all may be in a situation where we have to reset and restart. And thank you, Leah, for being one of those people there that can help us when we do find ourselves in that challenge. So, that was really good. Denise Devon, she is the best, and her team is awesome. And, oh yeah, and
Yes,
consistent.
indeed.
Oh, thank you,
Thank
Nisi.
you.
Tiki, I have more than enough for final arrangements, but could probably get more. And that's what my husband and I did when we first started having kids. We, and I don't mind even being transparent in this. We got more than enough to cover our passing if someone had to bury us, but also whoever had to take care of our children. Okay, because I will say this because being a child that it happened to, when you leave if you're deceased, okay, and you leave your children to be taken care of by someone else, they want to have the funds to be able to take care of your children, okay? And it's easier when someone has a way to take care of your children versus when they don't. All
Right.
right. Being in that situation as a child myself, being passed from one person to the other until you can get somewhere where somebody wants to do that. Not having, because I lost my mom, but not having that, they'll kind of pass you around. So you want to make sure if you're ever in a situation where you have to leave your children and they can love you, don't get me wrong, but it's easier when they can help take care of you. So, when we're leaving, someone, our children in someone's hands, make sure we have enough for our children to be taken care of, ladies.
And thank you for
Oh,
sharing your story, Stephanie. That's very important. So you can use life insurance. That's a very key point. The benefits from the life insurance for anything that you choose, and it could be for the care of that child if something happens to the parent, or it could be for a new house. It can be for whatever you choose it to be. That's the good thing about
mm-hmm.
life insurance. It's the quickest way to build an estate, and you can pass it on without any contesting or probating of a will or any of that. That beneficiary is the immediate assessor of the benefits of that face amount for that policy upon decease.
Yeah. So if you don't have enough, think about increasing, again, check, your financial situation and see what you have. And if you do have enough where you do have, and what you can pass on to your children and your grandchildren as well. All right, ladies. If any queens, Leah, are interested in speaking with you concerning their financial needs, how would they reach you?
Okay, great. So I thought my number was up there, but I
It
guess it's
is.
not. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can call or text us at 205-325-1745 and leave your name, and we can schedule a time to meet with you and let us know what your interest is. And you could also go to my website, And if you want to do like a pre-quote, you can do that. You can make an appointment as well. But there are options for you to get a quote. It's shown here on this for any of these type of services that we provide. I will say that we will call you and talk to you about that, or you can call us back to say, I did a pre quote. Usually that is very, very generic and basic. So we're going to ask you a few more questions once you do that to make sure that all the inputs were correct and that we actually have captured what you want to capture. But you can reach us via text, email, or you can go to our website and do that. So this is, if you go to leahwiggins.com and click on the insurance and financial services, that's the best place to go. If you go to leahwiggins.com, you're going to see some more things about my other businesses. But if you're looking for insurance and financial services, click on that tab and go to agent.
And tell us right quickly about the other services that you offer.
Um, well, under insurance, we kind of talked about that a good bit, but I do
Mm.
have, I started about 20 years ago, eVision, part of my passion to pass on a written legacy to my children. I started writing children's books and I self-published my books, and it came and blossomed into a full business where I was helping other authors do their books. So we have a
Wow.
publishing and marketing company that we have been doing for the past 20 years now. And so
Leah,
you'll
yeah.
see a little bit about that as well, because I think one of the best ways to pass on a legacy and to see people like we want that like us is to write our own stories. And so that's what I did.
Leah, I love that. Write our own stories. And not only is that good, when you're no longer here, your family, that your children, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren have that story to look back at. So that is wonderful. Like I said, you are just a queen of many
Well,
hats.
thank you.
So I love that leaving the story because we're even talking to our family members about even if you're not writing it, maybe do a recording and
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
so you can leave that information like when people were born, when they passed away, and I that is a great thing to do. Leah, that is awesome and amazing. And it's a good thing, ladies. We need to think about that as well, just leaving that information for our future generations. So, ladies, it's time for a giveaway. Time for a giveaway. And last but not least on our giveaways is a beautiful Sister Queen's tote. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. We're giving away a beautiful Sister Queen's tote. And ladies, like I said before, it doesn't come with the water bottle, shades, flowers, and champagne. So it does come just as you see. It'll have the makeup bag and your initial on it as well. So let's do hashtag Leah, hashtag Leah, hashtag Leah for the to be entered for that drawing, ladies. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Rihanna, my Nene. Thank you, Denise, my beautiful cousin, my twin, Adrian. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Kalandra, Lazanta, Vicky, Gary again, and Miss Gloria, my boutique. Hey, Felice. Hey, Adrian. Hey, Mary. Okay, those hashtag Leahs are coming in, and we're going to go ahead and get it started. Let's see who our winner is. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Hey! Our winner is Elaine Covington. Elaine Covington. You are the winner of our Sister Queen tote. Woohoo! Yes, yes, yes. Congratulations again, Elaine. And make sure I get, you can inbox me your contact information so we can get that mailed out to you. Well, what I want to say now is, well, first, before I do that, let me make sure I don't have any other questions. Ladies, if you have any other questions, please drop those in right quick before we wrap it up. We want to make sure we get your questions answered, as many as possible. Let's see this one. Okay, thank you for breaking those different insurances down because I have been confused with insurance. Yeah, it can be very confusing, especially between term and whole life and all that. So thank you, ladies, for getting those questions in. Again, like Gloria stated, she is one of the best, and her team is awesome
Thank
and
you.
very consistent. So you'll be very pleased with my Booski. Awesome info. Elaine's going to get with you.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. I think we've answered your questions, lady. Let me just check here. Congratulations again to all of our winners. All right. So, Leah, I just want to thank you again for being the last and final guest for our Let's Talk Women's Empowerment Month series. Your financial insights and expertise truly added immense value to our show. We're extremely grateful for your time and contribution. Ladies, let's thank Leah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. And again, congratulations to the winner of our fantastic prizes. We truly hope you enjoy them. And ladies, don't forget to send me your contact information so that I can get those prizes off to you. And for the person that won, and I'll go back and take a look, our $25 Amazon gift card, I can send you that either email or text. So send me both of those, and I will make sure I get that off to you. Okay, ladies. And just like that, oh, there we go. Let me get to this. All right, ladies. And just like that, we have ended our Women's Empowerment Month series. It's in the history books, ladies. Each of you have played an important role in the success of this series, and Sister Queens as well. Thank you, ladies, and have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you, Leah. Love you, ladies. Good night. Good night, ladies. Good
Good
night,
night. Thank
Jacqueline. Good
you.
night, Betty. Good night, Vicky, Gary. Good night, Gloria, Lazanta, Elaine, Shanita. Good night. Good night, Paula. Good night, Adrian. Good night, Denise Campbell. Good night, ladies. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.